Today I'm going to talk to you about the top 3 things that I always carry on my motorcycle. These are things that are absolutely essential to every single ride. Now, after I cover the top 3 items, I will also share some optional items that I sometimes would carry depending on the circumstances of the ride, where I'm going, and that sort of thing. So let's get started. Welcome back to the channel. This is Sound Mind Adventures. If you're new here, my name is Jess, and this is where I share my adventures with you, as well as my thoughts and ideas. Now, I created this channel in hopes of inspiring people to get out and create their own experiences with the intention of improving and maintaining emotional and mental wellness. If this is the kind of content that you enjoy, please consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Hit the like button and the little bell notification, and put any comments you may have in the comment section below. The very first thing that I always carry on my bike is my flat repair kit. Ask me why? Well, I learned the hard way. This right here. Keep it as a reminder. This is a tire inflator. This is the slime inflator. It's kind of on the large side. I know there's smaller ones out there, which I may upgrade at some point, but for now this one works fine. These are all the attachments for the inflator. This is the inflator nozzle, as well as the power cord, which connects to my battery tender cable, which is right there. In the event that my inflator fails, I have CO2. Right here is my plug kit. Here I have the self-vulcanizing tire plugs, as well as a couple extra CO2 cartridges just in case. Only thing that I'm going to add to this is some rubber cement. I have had success with the self-vulcanizing plugs before, but they do tend to dry out, so I do want to have a tube of rubber cement in here. The second most important thing that I carry on this bike are tools. This right here is a T-handle socket wrench. I believe that's what it is. Spins around. It fits 3 different sizes of sockets. It seems pretty cool. I saw someone in another video had something very similar to this. The only place I can seem to get it to fit is under here, but it seems to fit pretty good, so I keep that there. This tool tube on the bike, I got this idea from Chris Smith. He made a video about how he got some parts from Lowe's and fabricated a system where he can mount this on the GV luggage racks. I mounted it this way because I wanted an inconspicuous place to have a tool tube and it make it a little bit less accessible, and I will be looking for some locking options as well. This is a little bag of odds and ends that fits perfectly into the cap right here. This toolkit is not all-inclusive. There is probably more items that I can add to this. I can tell you right now, I do want to add some fuses to this kit. So in this toolkit, I have a set of vice grips. I have adjustable wrench here. I've got a various sizes of wrenches here. This is an 8. There's a 10, a 12, a 13, and a 14. On this one I keep some electrical tape on here, and here I have some Gorilla duct tape right there. This is for a screwdriver. The handle is in the little bag of odds and ends. Some zip ties. I've got various Allen keys here. I know I don't need all of these in the set, so I will be taking some of those out and just maintaining what I need. And here I just have a pair of gloves in the event that I don't want to get my hands dirty doing something. And this little bag of odds and ends. Have a little set of pliers, a spark plug remover, a couple different sockets. This is a screwdriver handle, fuse puller, various nuts and bolts. And this is for the socket, for the spark plug puller. And that's it. I'm sure that I could probably carry more, but this is just the basics. This is an 8, a 10, and a 12. May throw a few others in there, I'm not sure at this point. This is a work in progress. I'm not a genius when it comes to tools, so I've been working on building this for a while. The third thing that I always carry with me when I'm on the motorcycle is my cell phone. This is an absolute essential item, as well as having a means to keep it charged up. In my case, I have a onboard USB that's connected to the options plug under my seat. That way I can keep the phone charged on the go and not have to worry about it. Also, you could carry a power bank as well if you didn't have an onboard way to keep your phone charged. So now I'm going to go over some of the optional items that I keep on the bike in addition to the top 3 essentials. The first optional item that I bring is going to be personal protection. I keep this little self-defense knife in my tank bag, you know, so no one's going to mess with me if I've got that in my hand, as well as some pepper spray. You never know when you're going to run into somebody who might be trying to cause you harm. And don't get me wrong, I'm not paranoid, but you know, it happens. Better be safe than sorry. I did forget to mention, this is my multi-tool. This is part of my tools, so this would be considered an essential item for me. I have a little mini flashlight in the event I need it in emergency. Tire pressure gauge. Again, this should be considered part of the flat repair kit, so I would also consider this essential. I have a backup tire pressure gauge just in case right here. Here's another little multi-tool. Not absolutely essential, but it's something that I carry. It's got some pliers on it. It's got some useful things on it. This is a small cable lock. This is good for locking up your helmet in your jacket in the event you want to leave it on the bike and not carry it with you. Also carry with me a disc lock in the event that I leave my bike in a sketchy area or if I am at a hotel for the night. This adds just an extra layer of protection, and this is to attach to your handlebars so you don't forget that you have something attached to your rotor so you don't damage your bike. Depending on where you're going, I usually keep this on my body, whether I have it attached to a backpack, a hydration pack, or in the pocket of my jacket, but I usually have this with me. Even if it's not turned on, it's with me. And hand sanitizer. Other things you want to probably consider having are a set of earplugs. These are the eargasms. Keep them attached here so that I don't lose them. This is a personal alarm, kind of ear piercing, just in case you needed it. It goes in the self-protection category. The other thing that I started putting on my bike pretty regularly is this backpack. I can either wear it on my body or I can strap it onto the back of the bike with rock straps. It's the MOLLE system, so there's various loops and places where you can thread the rock straps through to hold it on pretty securely. And this is a good way to carry any small essentials that you might need with you, you know, depending on where you're going. An example that I would use this bag for, I would stick my drone in it. I've been doing a lot of parking lot practice lately, so I've been putting like my cones and my tape measure and things in there. Also keeping hydration. Again, if I'm not carrying a hydration pack, such as a Camelback, I would definitely want to bring something to drink with me, because it's just, you know, the temperatures are rising and you want to be able to stay hydrated. So that concludes my motorcycle everyday carry with my top 3 items that I always have on the bike, as well as some of the optional items that I shared with you. So I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, please again consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. And if you haven't checked out my motorcycle camping gear essentials video, the link for that will be right up here. I recommend you check that out. That's my current list of gear that I'm bringing on my moto camping trips, and it's ever evolving, and I'm sure sometime in the future I'll have an updated video and a review on things that did or did not work, or new equipment that I acquire along the way, and my opinion on how those things work. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for sticking around, and I will see you on the next one.